This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
Last night I didn't get to sleep, no I didn't get to sleep at all.
Oh, now if that's the official theme song of your life, perhaps you've just found yourself the right radio show to be listening to on this Saturday morning. Welcome back to Boomer Life here on CIL 650. That was the Fifth Dimension, and last night I didn't get to sleep at all. And I'm afraid I hear that more often than not from people who just aren't sleeping terribly well. And well, we've got the sleep solution experts in studio to talk to you about solutions to those sleep problems. Dave Temlett and Terry Harder from Innovative Sleep Solutions down there at 3033 King George Boulevard in South Surrey, White Rock. Guys have been doing the home and garden shows around Metro Vancouver. Terry most recently manning the store at the Richmond Home and Garden Show last weekend, talking to a lot of people, Terry, about those magnet beds. But as is always the case when Innovative Sleep Solutions goes on the road, the cabinet bed, the Cabeza, is a real crowd pleaser, and people want to know more about those, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. On that note, on the home show on the Sunday, I had a customer waiting for me. Talked to Dave in the store a couple of weeks before the home show. The lady, this gentleman's sister, lives in Sechelt, saw our ads, heard our radio show, had her brother come in right at 11 o'clock Sunday morning, looking at the unit. His wife was there, and both of them really liked the unit. They were kind of scouting for her sister, so they said they'd get back to us before the end of May to place an order. So that's happening more and more. We had a customer in on Tuesday into our store that had shopped us for a year. Shopped everywhere, shopped us, came in 4 or 5 times, which is great. We're just glad that she finally decided that that was the right bed for her. It was very encouraging. The same day I delivered a unit out to Vancouver, and when we set it up, the customer said to me, I looked for this for a year, and it's exactly what I want.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly what I want. That really made me feel good that we have something there. We have the best unit in the market, and it's what people want.
Right, and they're certainly popular, Dave. People come into the store and they're surprised. I think I have a Cabeza, friends. I should tell you, I bought one a few months ago now, hand delivered. I hasten to add, by both Dave and Terry to our little house in New Westminster. But the reason that we bought it is because we have a little house. We don't have, multiple levels and a fabulous view of English Bay. We have a little house, like a lot of people in Greater Vancouver, and especially like a lot of people who live in apartments and condos. That's that size of house we live in, and we don't have a guest room where you can just dedicate 1,000 square feet or 500 square feet to someone who might come by for a week or two every year, and otherwise, well, nobody uses the room. We don't have that kind of space. We have a den that doubles as a guest room, so the den and the cabinet bed, or the Cabeza, was the perfect remedy for us, Dave, because it's a very handsome piece of furniture. So in a den with, the other chairs and desks and so on that typically would be in a den, to have that nice, handsome piece of furniture up against one wall, it just fits. And when push comes to shove and the company actually does show up, in less than 60 seconds, you have a guest room.
That's very true. The Cabeza, for the listeners that aren't familiar with them, we do advertise them in the province on a regular basis. It's a cabinet bed. It looks like the bottom part of a china cabinet when it's all closed up. It's a very nice, handsome-looking piece of furniture.
Sure is, yeah.
And then it folds very quickly into an additional bed, and they come in different sizes: single, double, or queen. Mm-hmm. The Cabeza is trademarked by us. We're the only ones that have the Cabeza name. So if there's other retailers out there, they're trying to basically go with our name because it has become very popular in the market. The Cabeza, again, is exclusive to us only. Nobody else carries it. And it really is the nicest looking unit. We're told that on a regular daily basis by customers such as yourself, Sterling, that went and shopped and compared. And
well, I have to interrupt here because I was actually, Carol and I went down. We had a good look, and we had looked on the website. And of course, you got that little meme where it pops out and pops back in.
Right.
You see that on the website. So we went down and had a good long look and went, okay, I think we'll take that one. And then we were actually asked to leave the store.
I don't quite remember it that way.
We were encouraged. No, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase, Your Honor. We were encouraged to go and check out, investigate the products sold by competitors. Go out and see what other lines of a similar product look like. Have a good long look, and then come back and tell us what you want. So we did. We followed our instructions, and we found, after doing the homework, and we knew what to look for because you had taken the time to point out the strong features of this unit, so we compared them to other models made by competitors,
right,
and found them to be inferior. And we came back to the store and said, not like we didn't know what we wanted in the first place, guys, but now we've done our homework. Can we please take one now?
Like I say, I don't quite remember it that way. But thank you. That's an awesome testimonial. I really appreciate
true.
That.
And it's the
and how is our price compared to theirs?
Very competitive. And the reason that it is surprisingly competitive is because it's a superior quality product. Little things, just like details, like a cabinet bed has fold-out parts, and the fold-out parts are held by little brackets, and all of those on the Cabeza are on the inside.
They're hidden, that's right.
So all you see is a lovely, polished wood piece of furniture. There's no little tin bits sticking out and just causing the eye to go and see things that you don't need to see.
Well, the other thing too is that these are designed to really maximize your small space area. So the Cabeza in a queen size is only 64 inches wide. Now our competitors that you looked at around the corner from us, their unit is 67 inches, and then they've got the side panels that open. There's really no benefit to have that side panel that opens. All that's going to do is take up an extra 12 inches of additional wall space you need to make on both sides of the unit. Mm-hmm. So you take their 12 inches times 2.
You know the size of my house, and
yeah,
I don't
it wouldn't
have
have worked
that
in
kind
yours.
of space.
No, not at all.
And if you live in a Yaletown apartment, my house is like something on the west side by comparison.
Right.
They have even less space.
But my point is, though, that you have to allow for 24 inches of space, 12 inches on either side of the cabinet on top of the 67 inches of their unit compared to ours is 64.
Right.
If you have to give up 91 inches of wall space compared to 64
right.
in ours, and you can actually, our Cabeza desks that are also on our website, those take up only 83 inches of wall space. So why on earth would you want to go with one of those other units for one thing, with the doors that open? And sure, they always advertise, well, you don't have to open the door. Well, why do you want to pay extra for that feature if you're not going to be able to use it?
Right, exactly. And I think that the thing that sold me the most, aside from just its appearance, it's very physically, it's an attractive piece of furniture,
Mm-hmm.
and you were able to do a bit of custom work on ours that that I'm sure you oblige with as many customers as possible. But what was the strength. It has when you fold it out, there's a support in the middle of the bed that doesn't exist with competitors' products,
right,
and that guarantees an even more comfortable night's sleep. And the mattress that's included is what sort?
It's a Certipure foam mattress,
right.
So it's made of the healthiest foams that aren't going to emit the toxins that standard foam mattresses will. It's a double-sided mattress, so one side's got a nice, soft, luxurious feel,
right.
or you can flip it over and sleep on a firmer side. So if your guests prefer a harder mattress, you just flip it over.
Well, as we boomers, Terry, continue to downsize, I mean, once the kids move out, all of a sudden that big house with the big yard and all the work is starting to make less and less sense. So we're, and the real estate market's been kind to homeowners, so people cashing in their chips and downsizing, get into something a little more manageable. And this is where the Cabeza becomes quite useful for that guest option that you always want to have. You always want to have a place for company to stay, but you don't necessarily need to have an entire guest area, do you?
Absolutely not, Sterling. We classify our Cabeza as the most comfortable space-saving unit available in the market today. And I mean, you can't really argue that statement. We save the most amount of space compared to what Dave said with our competitor. And from a durability perspective, ours is hardwood, whereas theirs is an alder, which is a softwood. Mm-hmm. Plus, in their country style, they paint the unit, which is not a good idea.
No, it's going to chip.
Paint is much more susceptible to chipping, to cracking.
Sure.
So we stay with the stain, usually.
And it enhances the wood grain. Makes it
Absolutely.
much
So
more
there's a
attractive.
lot of advantages to the staining aspect.
And I should probably interject that it's local. This is
Made in
not,
Surrey.
not only is it trademarked and unique to Innovative Sleep Solution, it's also local product made by local craftspeople.
That's absolutely correct. And the mattress is made by Restonic, a mattress manufacturer. They're not a third-party guy that's manufacturing these things out of his garage.
Right. We need to take a quick break, but on the subject of Cabeza, Terry, you mentioned, or Dave mentioned the desk, and now there's another cabinet bed, a guest bed option for the den as well. There's the desk, and what else? What's the third option available now?
Also a desk, but we have it two ways to pull it out, either vertical or horizontal.
Right. Okay. So now both of those are on the website as well, right?
At this point, I haven't got photography of the new one, the vertical one. It's
But
just showing the horizontal one.
Okay, the horizontal desk and the Cabeza are on the website. We
Right.
need to take a break. This is why I'm asking about the website and what's there, because I'm going to mention the fact that InnovativeSleep.ca is a terrific website for innovative sleep solutions. And if you want to have a look at this Cabeza business that we've been talking about, and you still haven't seen one, pop over to the website. We'll take this quick time out.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.